welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia on Warrinjoy Woiwurrung Traditional Land for the second game of the CCM National Women's Tournament T2 level, and it is between the home team, the Melbourne Reds, up against the West Coast Honeybadgers, who flew across this morning. This is their second game of the day, a big day for them. They've travelled across from WA, and then they are playing their second game in 3 hours as well. So a huge night for a huge day for the Honeybadgers. But they are hot off a win. They beat the Central Coast Stingrays 3-2 just an hour ago. So they will be warm and wearing the sweaty, disgusting, horrible, soggy gear as well. But they'll get a chance to dry it out tonight and hopefully have a bit of a good evening and a good night's sleep so they can come out hot again tomorrow. They're up against the Melbourne Reds. Melbourne Reds have been pretty successful here at the CCM National Women's Tournament over the last few years, but last season they didn't win it, and they are back on a mission to try and change that tonight. Of course, the Honeybadgers would love to see it go the other way. So we'll find out exactly how that pans out. Who's been excellent for the Honeybadgers so far? Bobby Clark and Louise McNabb were superb for them as well, and in the net, Eleanor Watson was effective as well. And, we did see some effective play from them as well. Lauren Olafson was good, and so too Ashley and Jodie Taylor were superb as well during the game earlier on. For the Melbourne Reds, players to watch out for: Colette Morgan, who's on the development squad for the Melbourne Ducks, and she'll be very effective. Georgia Sobol is impervious in defence when she's on, so too Gwen Troon. Keep an eye out too for Marie Newell, who is managing and captaining their first line. It'll be quite an interesting little tussle indeed between these two teams. But Colette Morgan certainly one to watch out for the Melbourne Reds. She's on the ice at the moment playing left wing with Marie Newell at centre. Underway very shortly. Fortunate today to have as a referee a bit of a legend of Australian ice hockey and the captain of the Melbourne Ducks. Very little in the way of introduction for Lucy Parrington as the referee, but it's great to have her with us reffing there. No one will be able to pull anything behind over her eyes as Marie Newell gets the first real drive and the first shot on the net. It's bobbling around in front of the slot. Morgan was there as well. Newell looks to put the puck into the slot. The West Australians clean it up. Can't get it past the forecheck, well they do though, however. Don't get it past though Beck Leader, who is moving back and covering it nicely. Reds getting quick changes, which is great to see. That's what they need to be doing, or at least some of them. Key to this game is short shifts and high intensity, as they're making a check there in with Sobol, who just got in the way of the West Australian in Lauren Olafson. Sobol absolutely impervious. 1 minute in, and the Reds have made a couple of changes, but only the one so far to come off as a shot was fired on the net there by Colette Morgan. 3 shots on the net in the first minute by the Reds, and they change up the rest of the lines. Both teams changing up now. See how the two teams pan out. You can see the West Australian team lining up. 2 wingers in the slot, moving up quickly, trying to turn it into a counter-attacking opportunity, and they do nicely. Forced to try and clean it up was Jones, but it gets past, but they're racing in quickly to tidy up the mess there. Sastovich, who rims the puck hard around the back of the net, finds the stick of a teammate that comes back into the slot. Quite able to clear it out though, doing a good job of clearing the puck in, but it does trickle out. It got past the stick there of Danny Zucks. Tried to keep the puck in, but it wouldn't quite go. Play there with Staskovich. There's 2 of them. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing that one correctly. It's the West Australian team looking now to clear it out. A bit of forecheck and pressure coming in from the Reds, forcing the reversal. They have to go around the other way. Gets puck loose in the slot. Chance there for Penzo. Wouldn't quite go as the West Australians look to clear it out of the zone. The Reds certainly with a lot of intensity in this first bit. The Honeybadgers have had a big day, but flying in quickly with some speed. Bobby Clark gets past the first bit of pressure, but back there quickly was Thea Jones, who drove it up. Now coming back the other way with some speed, Cruzada. The referee is making a call. It'll be No icing. You're not allowed to change on the icing, which a lot of players here are not familiar with. Our recreational/beer league here, on an icing you are allowed to change. In championship games, of course, you are not. So teams looking to get a change on the icing cannot. The Reds do the face-off that we learned earlier. Trying to do something constructive with it there was Dictus, but it wouldn't quite go through. As McNabb gets tangled up behind the net. There's a puck on the ice, a stick on the puck somewhere, not quite sure whose it is. Looks like it might be McNabb's. Recovers it as the Reds look to clear it out of the zone. They do through a little bit of mishandling there by the West Australians. I think that might have been Jess Ford who couldn't quite get onto it. But now the Reds with a chance to break out. It's Morgan who picks the puck up. She's got 3 in front of her. Teammates changing. She goes scoop in the corner. Flying into the slot though, she's got some help. Stastovic trying to get in there quickly. And then now races back. It's on the stick of Jackson, who plays across for Morgan, who bats it down out of the sky, tries to do something with it, blows a tyre in the process. Keep it in, the Reds. Nice work there by Stastovic. That's Sasha, who puts the puck deep. A few players looking to get a change there, the Reds, as the Honeybadgers look to clear it out behind the net. Bit of forechecking pressure on them, but they get past the pressure and they get it out of the zone. Racing back now to pick it up Jackson, who is under some pressure. Bearing down on her with a bit of speed there, Antil. They reverse it, but to no one in particular, unfortunately for the Reds, having to go back and tidy it up. Beck Leader. It's in the corner. He's flying in with some more speed. The West Australians get some numbers and stack the boards, but Morgan now looks to get it out. Gets it past Ho. Tried to play it back in. We'll be looking for a change though. Been out on the ice for quite a while. Now it's a chance for the West Australians. We're getting their first Sobol, who looks up ice. Trying to find options. Surrounded by jerseys as her teammates changing. Dumps it in deep wisely and goes off to get the change herself. No stays on the ice as the West Australians reset behind the net. They try and play it up the boards. Bodies get in the way. It's red jerseys where they wouldn't have liked them. Sobol puts it across the front of the net. There was a chance. Briefly. Not quite able to finish it off though. Taylor now for the Reds having to race back under pressure. Lots of pressure there from Ashley Taylor. So the Taylors battle each other. Not related, I'm sure. A chance there for the West Australians, nearly drawing the first troubling of the scorers as Coe keeps the puck in on the line, but Marie Newell now gets it past. Gets past everyone. She's got 3 desperately chasing her. She's gone down from behind. Unsure how no interference to call on that one. She's a bit slow to get back to her feet. So a little bit concerned as to how that was allowed to happen, but regardless, it's hockey, it's a rough game. And back we come the other way. West Australians now with a 3-on-2. Pushed into the corner, they take a shot across the front, it's loose. Slade Baker makes the save in the net for the Reds. The first real test. As it's flung back in by Danny Zarks. Zucks once more tries to play the puck into the zone, being watched closely there by Parrington, the referee, a legend of Australian ice hockey. One of the greatest players to wear a jersey in this country. He's very lucky to have her refereeing today for big games over the last 2 weekends with the Melbourne Ducks. Shot fired on the net, save there made by Watson. It's still loose. Reds putting on a lot of pressure. 5 shots on the net so far as they fling another one in, but West Australian sticks getting in the way. No chance to reset as the Reds change flown across. A little bit risky there by Jones, but they get away with it. Now the West Australians come back with speed, and we're going to pass no trip the call there. Looks like it was just an big tangle there. Sastovic got tangled up briefly with Zarks. The other Sastovic comes across now, picks it up, takes the puck away with speed from Parker. Tried to play it in deep. Bit of speed on in this game. Certainly some intensity. Is trying to get through there. McNabb, but is deprived. They fling the puck in from distance. It tumbles, just goes past Slade Baker. The Reds looking to clear it out from behind the zone. It was Troon there putting a bit on. Now playing behind the net. The West Australians there on the stick of Antil, trying to get the puck back in. Was watched by Morgan in the end. Forced to reverse it back in. Antil now floating around high, looking to be dangerous, but they're all on top of each other, the Honeybadgers. Reds yet to clear the puck out of the zone. They've been in for a little while now. They pick it up. Get the puck out of the zone. Now Morgan has some speed and a bit of space. He's pressed nicely there. Good work by Savitas, who just ran her off. Troon couldn't do much with it either, and now Reds changing. Need to be switched on here quite quickly. As the Quokkas, the Honeybadgers are coming with speed. Last season they were the Quokkas. This season they're the Honeybadgers, and forgive me if I get it wrong. Troon tries to clear it up the boards. Finds Saskovich, she can't get the puck out. It was held in nicely there on the blue line. Good work indeed by Savitas. It's behind the net. It'll be picked up by Troon, perhaps aware of the pressure. As McNabb came through and stole it. Goes across the front. Not paying attention to it though in the slot was Antil, who was distracted by some play there by Jackson. The puck back behind the net for the Honeybadgers. It's not quite kept in there. I think Beck Leader thought she might have had it on the right side of the blue line to keep the puck in play. But the referee, who was well-sided, said no, that puck crossed the blue line. So offside the call. Referee there, Norman Chan, didn't miss that one. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first. We're still 0-0. The Reds with 5 shots on the net. So far, the Badgers with just the 1. Racing back now to pick it up Taylor. She's got forechecking pressure. Fans on the clearance. Has another chance. Fans on the second clearance. Third time lucky. This time blows a tyre. Going in to pick it up there. Newell, who cleans up the danger. Good centre play. And it's picked up now by Leach. Sorry, not Leach. Chira, who tries to clear it out. Makes a pass across looking for Leader. Newell's floating around high slot unmarked if they can get the puck to her. Chira does so. Newell tried to get a backhand, couldn't get enough on it. Had probably more time than she realised. Taylor will have to race back and get it up. The referee calls icing. Lucy Pennington saw that one. Said, icing, back you go. Red's not allowed to change. You see they were trying to, sorry, Quokkas, I should say, Quokkas, no. Honeybadgers not allowed to get the change. Reds can pick which side they want the face-off on, and watch for the centre here to put it on their forehand. That's what you'd usually do. Try and turn the face-off into a shot on the net. That's exactly what they've chosen to do in this occasion. As the Reds get a shot in, or attempt a shot in from the point, electing instead just to pass it. So, in the indeterminate area of the defensive zone for the Honeybadgers. They clear it out now. It's onto the stick there of Brewer, who is pushed off the park. Behind the net now, the Reds looking to clear it out. Holder calling for it up high. Puck pushes back in though. And rimmed hard around the back of the net there by the Reds as they try and clear the puck out of the zone. It's kept in though by the West Australians. Not cleanly, but they can't quite get there in time. It's now in the stick of Holder, who looks for options. Goes back across ice and puts all their teammates offside. But it's picked up there by Jones, who dumps it in deep instead. Jones with a second chance. Under pressure, gets it away. This time finds Holder. Holder with room. Ran out of it though quickly. Instead it's left to Saskovich to clean it up for the Reds. Now Holder with another chance, hooks up ice. Being pressed there tightly by Zucks, just forced to turn around. Resetting, good play there to Bobby Clark, who is as usual effervescent. Doing a great job of keeping that pressure on everyone. As the Honeybadgers reset behind the net, look up ice. They go cross, but they get away with it. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Slade Baker will be forced to make a save. Just pushes it into the corner as the Reds will reset and clear the puck out of the zone. They've got past Clark, flying in now to pick it up with speed. Saskovich goes in, tries to put it across the front. There was no one there though in time for the Reds. It was a good chance. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Clark now for the Honeybadgers, rims it up, but only as far as Kuchera, who tips it in, flicks it in, looking for tip in. Couldn't quite get it though. Saskovich puts it across the front, finds Kuchera again. Kuchera, a famous goal scorer, in the slot once more. Again, Reds in good position, but, committing a lot into the attack. Until that was Troon. Jackson now has to try and beat McNabb. McNabb got there first, but the Reds will clear it out and ice the puck. Saskovich there, knew she'd done it straight away. It's like, iced it. It's not a bad choice. Defensive zone face-off is a counter-attacking opportunity. It's not a disaster. And they will reset. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first. Reds with 6 shots on net, so far unrewarded. So too the Honeybadgers with just the 2 so far. The play mostly tilting in the direction of the Reds. For the Honeybadgers, well, they've had a long flight from Perth, plus a game already, so they're tired. The Reds are fresh. The Reds will want to win this one and would expect to, but based on that. But you never know. Now picking up the puck, Sastovich looks up ice. He's got 3 to beat. McNabb will get there first. Goes across, gets away with it. There's a little bit of pressure, but not as much as Kuchera was pinching in. Blasting through everyone except not quite able to take the puck with her was McNabb. Now the puck goes across the other side. Going to put some pressure on it will be Taylor. The Reds will clear the puck out. They find Newell up centre ice with room. She's got Morgan with her, finds Morgan on the connection. Morgan gets past one, gets onto the forehand, shoots! Save made by Watson. Very good chance there for Morgan. Morgan with another chance, but deprived this time by the Honeybadgers defence. Just a little bit rattled by the pressure at the moment by look at the Honeybadgers, but they're not panicking. Taylor there just rushed the shot a little, perhaps had a little bit more time than might have realised. Icing and they'll be brought back. 1 minute and 7 seconds to play in the first. Still 0-0. Great chance earlier there for Colette Morgan, but Eleanor Watson up to the task. Kept that puck out. Underway again. Lucy Barrington drops the puck. The great champions of ice hockey in Australia, Lucy Barrington. We're very privileged to have her here this evening refereeing. She'd love to be playing, but a big weekend last weekend playing for the Melbourne Ducks in the AWIHL. Switch winds, takes a shot through traffic looking for a tip. Had numbers there, but it wouldn't quite get through. There was just too many bits and pieces. Puck goes into the corner. They battle behind the net. Let's player there deciding that the ice is a good place to be. Have a good close look at it. And the Honeybadgers look to clear it out, and they do through McNabb, who passes the puck up, trying to find a connection there in Taylor. Caught offside the Honeybadgers briefly. Now forcing to come out and reset. Puck just went past Jones, and that will end the first. So at the end of the first, we are 0-0. 7 shots on the net, the Reds, 2 to the Honeybadgers. Honeybadgers doing a pretty good job after a very, very big day for them. So 5 hours in an aeroplane, plus who knows how much time in minibuses and taxis and whatever other pieces of transport they've had to use. Then a trip here. Quick warm-up out the front, then a game, then an hour's break, which is that awkward period of time. Do I get changed or not? If I do, my gear's going to be cold, and if I leave it on, I'm going to be cold and stiff anyway. And then a second game against a team here that fancies themselves as the ones who are going to win the competition in the Melbourne Reds, who are a little bit stacked. We've got some players in the team who have been not quite AWIHL level, but pretty close. Pretty good effort for the Honeybadgers. Not to make excuses for them, they're being very competitive. In fact, it's excellent they're being as competitive they are under the circumstances under which they find themselves. Just 5 seconds to go on the intermission. We'll be resuming play very shortly. To work out which team the Reds are. They're wearing red. Dragon on the front. Slade Baker, their goaltender, very experienced goalie. Eleanor Watson in the net for the Honeybadgers. Eleanor, a local. Fill in for the team. Let's try and make this competition work out. So teams that do want to come here and play will often try and find them locals who can fill in if they're short on a number or two. This competition now in its 3rd year continues to grow. 2 divisions this time, and this is the top tier of it. Face-off this time won by the Reds. Morgan will come in, but he's beaten to the puck there by Edwards, who flings it in. Honeybadgers looking to try and get some more shots on the net in this period. It was a bit of a dry one for them first time round. Newell just fans on the clearance, but Morgan has a bit of room. She's got Holder as well with her, but Morgan just holds up, has to go offside to see a player's caught offside. Morgan now just onside, I think, trying to break it up. It's a little play, but it's a little bit too fancy perhaps. As Newell now has to go back and clean it up for the Reds. Good job as a sender, but she's deprived of the puck there by Parker. And the puck though eventually cleared out by Newell. just shoveling it back in deep and trying to get a change there was Cass Edwards, wisely doing the smart thing of just turning the play around, giving the players a chance to get a change. It's going to be a scoring chance. Going into the corner with the puck now, Olofsson. Olofsson has room, Newell got in the way, but a bit of a screen on Slade Baker in the net. And now Olofsson being pressed again by Newell. Newell lets it go. Olofsson gets another shot, the puck's loose in the slot, trying to kick it in. Honeybadgers. Now Morgan just chips it up the boards, just get past some pressure. Races in to try and put some pressure on it, keeps it. Tried to put the puck in, she's got Holder in the slot. Can't get it through to her though. And the Honeybadgers will get it out there through Clark. Clark with a bit of room, gets around Taylor, gets it onto her backhand and flings a shot and scores! Bobby Clark, outstanding play there, got around the back check there of Grace Taylor, went left and right, and then a cheeky little backhand. You'll see it on the replay, just turned Taylor inside out. Sneaky little backhand, got over the glove of Slade Baker, and the Honeybadgers are 1 up after 3 and a bit minutes in the first. Beautiful play there, Bobby Clark. She's been threatening to do it all day, and certainly every time we've seen her here in these tournaments, she's been outstanding and rewarded there for that effort. Great little cheeky, sneaky backhander to get it over the glove hand there of Slade Baker. 1 up to the Honeybadgers. Reds win the face-off this time. Nab dumps it in deep. Reds will pick it up though. Pick it up the ice there through Sobol. Racing back, sees the threat in the slot. As the West Australians establishing some territory in the slot if they can get the puck to them. There's 2 of them there, 1 unmarked in high slot. Very dangerous there that the Reds let them have it, but they clear the puck out in the end. They're racing back now to pick it up, getting on the puck there, Savitas, but pressured. Savitas was pressured there by Sneakers. Puck loose in the slot, a chance now for the Reds if she can get it. Was leader, but couldn't quite get enough onto it. And the Taylor will clear it out there for the Honeybadgers. Got another chance now with the puck. Savitas tried to dump it in, but the Reds will clear it out of the zone. Now with a chance if she can get there quickly and rub off the icing, but not quite fast enough to get to it, was Melanie DeSneakers. Sorry. We will have a defensive zone face-off for the Reds, and they're not allowed to change. Minutes and 15 seconds to play in the second. Honeybadgers with a 1-goal lead. And a beautiful piece of play earlier by Bobby Clark. Face off this time once more by the West Australians, doing a great job on it up on the point. Edwards waits, flings it in, tried to get it in through traffic. There was bodies in the way, didn't make it through. Now the Honeybadgers look to get another shot on if they can. They test out Slade Baker once more. Steve in the corner. Reds looking to clear it out. They're pretty keen to get the puck out of the zone. Racing over now to pick it up Leader. Leader hesitates. Loses control of the puck. Reds not able to clear the zone. Honeybadgers with another chance, but getting there now, Jones. Jones tries to clear it out, but doesn't get it past the pressure. Still stuck on the blue lines. Reds very keen to get the puck out of the zone. Not able to though, as the Honeybadgers finally they do. They get past the pressure and racing now to try and pick it up, depending on the Jets suspect Leader, but she's surrounded by black and gold jerseys. She had Cruzada chancing into the slot, but couldn't get there in time. Now going back the other way with speed, Bobby Clark gets there first, but not with possession, and the Reds will have it cleared out. Get it out of the zone this time, but not through the middle of the neutral zone, waiting for it patiently with Zucks, who was there. Now the Honeybadgers dump it in and racing over for a change is Olofsson. Well timed. Good pressure though by Zucks, just trying to break up the Reds defence, so they couldn't clear the puck out of the zone. They're doing well on the forecheck, the Honeybadgers. Puck goes in, Slade Baker sees it into the corner. It wasn't going to go into the net, but she had to do something all the same. Another chance there, Slade Baker pushes it wide. The Reds can't get it out of the zone. Great pressure there by the Honeybadgers. They've turned it up in the last couple of minutes. This time they fling it in. It bounces awkwardly across the front of the net. Another chance now. McNabb tries to do something. Shot fired across the front. Just went a smidge wide. There might have been a stick in the way there. Clark couldn't quite get onto it cleanly. As Staskovich tries to clear it out of the zone. Eventually it's shoved up the ice hard by Troon. And the Honeybadgers will reset. As back they come now. Clark gets around. The pressure there of Kuchera. It is stolen by Sobol. Always reliable in defence, Georgia Sobol. This time coming back the other way with a bit of speed is Kuchera. Tries to get a shot and takes the pass instead. They clear the puck out of the zone this time. Here come the Honeybadgers. Getting back there in time. Bridge Action saw that one. Now just overskating at Brett Holder. She's robbed of the puck. As they battle on the boards. Parker in the end triumphant. As McNabb now tried to get a shot away. Sobol forced to make, Slade Baker forced to make the save. As now the Honeybadgers reset once more, but it's picked up by Colette Morgan. Morgan being pressed. Chased back there hard by Savitas. We saw the urgency of the problem. Savitas now goes around the back of the net. Puck put across, looking in the front for Penzo, but not quite able to get it in. The referee says no. We'll say good look at this on the replay. It was pretty close. Just the tip of the toe and just closing it off there. Watson doing a good job of just keeping the puck out. Maybe with a microscope you might have seen it almost cross the line. Here's the microscope. We'll see what happens here. I don't know if it did actually cross the line. It was pretty close. Second effort. No, it didn't cross the line. Just very, very close indeed. Watson just keeping the Honeybadgers in it. As now we come back the other way. Antil tries to get around the pressure from Leader. This time Leader successful. But McNabb now resets. Takes a shot from the distance. Slade Baker watches it go wide. Loves it. Wasn't going to go in, but she wanted the puck all the same, just to be safe. Not a bad choice. If you've got it, grab it. Defensive zone face-off is a good counter-attacking opportunity. Reds get a chance to get a change. 6 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the second. Honeybadgers up 1 from 7. Reds none from 9 so far, including a very close chance just before, which tested Eleanor Watson, absolutely. They made some good toe saves there. This time the Honeybadgers keep the puck in, get the puck across as far as Edwards. Not cleanly. Just shoveling the puck back in there was Coe. Much improved in this second game. Now here come the Reds with some speed out of the zone. Calling for it, Kuchera on the far blue line. Couldn't get it across. Reds committed deep in attack. I think they've got 4 in deep. Troon sees the threat and comes back to cover up. Keeping the puck in on the blue line. Reds take a shot from the distance. It tumbles awkwardly. Watson forced to just shove it off into the side. Nice play there by Staskovich. Having to race back now to pick it up, being pressed tightly by the chasing Antil. The young player looks up ice, trying to find someone to pass it to. Kuchera up on the blue line, but standing still. Tried to chip it through. Kuchera gets there, but again standing still. Puck is played out now, picked up by Cruzada. Cruzada's got one in front, takes a shot. Walker save made Watson. It was a good one. Now here come the Honeybadgers back the other way. They've got some players up on the blue line. If they can get the pass up to them, when they do, they're making a change. Took advantage of it. Flying in now to pick it up. Brewer goes in looking for an option. But to get a pass up, but unfortunately not cleanly. And the Reds will clear it out of the zone. Honeybadgers tidy it up. Now with a little bit of room. Not an awful lot of time, but a bit. There's Olofsson. The Reds will look to play it up the ice. Morgan looking to try and get some possession. Try and actually get it past the goaltender if she can. Morgan, a Canadian, originally a ringette player, adapted very quickly to hockey. Only in her 3rd or 4th season. Only like a year or so of playing. Had to adapt to a puck instead of a ring. Ringette, an interesting Canadian game. A superb skater. Still learning the instincts of hockey, which is a bit different. As the Honeybadgers take the puck across behind the net, looking for a connection in the slot. Olofsson was there. So too Zukas. But it wouldn't quite get to them. And here comes Morgan back the other way, but 2 in front. Tried to get a pass across to Holder. No ice, the call. West Australians get there first. It's onto the stick now of Taylor, who plays the puck up ice. Looking for a connection, unfortunately blindsided. Having to go back and pick it up now, Jones. Jones gets there first for the Reds. Look up ice. Not a clearance that worked terribly well. It ended up on the stick of the Honeybadgers. They shoot from a distance. Slade Baker forced to make the save. Puck in the corner once more. It comes across the high slot. Not able to fix it up there was Leader, who just fanned on it. Morgan, though, blasts through force of will. Tries to pick the puck up. A lovely reversal there by the West Australians. They clear the puck out of the zone almost, but not quite. Morgan plays it back in, wisely getting a change. Fresh legs for the Reds. There's the Honeybadgers reverse it around the back of the net, looking to get up ice, trying to find Jones. They're away now, almost, as Taylor has to deal with a 2-on-1. She's got Bobby Clark free. Bobby gets onto the forehand, goes a pass across Van Nab. Another chance now for the West Australians. Jones was calling for it. Sorry, Clark was calling for it. Loose in high slot. Another chance, shot from a distance is a tip. Taylor was there, just got enough on it to disrupt it. Almost Clark's second goal of the game. She'll have a hat-trick. As the puck pushed off into the corner, having to race over and pick it up now as the Reds look to clear it out of the zone if they can. Been under a lot of pressure on this shift, but now they reverse it. Going around the outside is Cruzada. Sorry, Saskovic. Saskovic looking for someone in the slot. Shots fired. Oh, I don't know how that one didn't go in. Not quite able to finish it there. Sneakers was there. Very awkward bounce for Watson, but it didn't go. It's been an amazing replay. Bounce picked up though. McNabb trying to put pressure on, gets past the defensive pressure there, but he's pushed off in the corner. Puck goes across the front of the net. Taylor was there, but couldn't do enough to get onto it. Now the Reds look to play it out. They go cross ice, risky pass, but they get it up to Kachira, who takes a shot, but it goes wide across the front of Watson. And a little bit bamboozled by that one, but gets back onto their feet. Kachira is still free. That's what happens when you do those risky cross-ice passes, or you perhaps watch a change, which is what happened there. Troon puts the puck up, trying to get it up to Kachira, but it doesn't get through. But it's picked up and tidied up there by Zeta. He looks around. Kachira calling for it. It's not quite going to get. Looking for the old Hellfish stretch pass. The Reds take a little bit of time to clear it out of the zone, but they do in the end. Shearer was moving up, trying to pick it up. The offside, though, was Brewer, I think. An offside just outside. In the place that an offside would always be had, and puck will be dropped by Lucy Parrington. 1 minute to play in the second. Honeybadgers with a 1-goal lead. It's been torrid so far. Must be pretty tired, but they're doing very well. Dropped, we're away. Face off won by the West Australians. Nice win there, McNabb. It's played up ice by Jackson for the Reds, and they try and clear it out, but it's picked up now by McNabb, who gets around two, gets past Morgan, pushed into the corner, loses the puck this time, but it's brought in now by Antel. Puck is put out of play. Referee will have another one if you can. Reset. Just 25 seconds now to play. We'll probably just get a few seconds on this last face-off. Unless if you're a Red, you stall it a little bit, might not be a bad idea. They can turn it into a counter-attack if they're quick about it. They win the face-off. They don't get the chip through quite fast enough. Morgan was there, but not as quick as she would have wanted to be. Now there's a chance. Just 10 seconds to go. Referee's hand up, icing, calls it. Clutch was racing back to pick it up, but it didn't matter, as that will do the second. We will not have this last face-off. And at the end of the second, Reds none from 11, Honeybadgers 1 from 8. It was an absolute ripper from Bobby Clark. Hopefully we'll see that on the replay throughout the intermission. But she got past Taylor in defence, just turned her inside out, and ended up with a very cheeky little backhand. But the Reds have had a fair few pretty good chances as well. We might just see a few more of them here, including one desperate toe save. I think this is the one here we're just seeing on the replay. No, it looked like it went in, but maybe it didn't. Hard to tell. 1 minute break. We will go to, if it's 1 goal or less, the difference with a minute to go, the game will go to stop time in the last minute of it. There is no overtime for draws. Reds get one. Tied up. Both teams have had plenty of chances, but the goaltenders on the whole have been up to it. That was an absolute ripper from Bobby Clark with that beautiful little backhander. Going to get underway in the third and final period of the third game of the evening here at iceHQ. It's a busy schedule for this CCM National Women's Tournament. It's the third season that we've run it here at iceHQ. It's certainly the biggest one we've had. We've got, I think, 10 teams. 6 in the Tier 2 and 4 in the novice division. It's called Tier 2 because players aren't eligible if they're playing in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League or ADUB. So it's technically the second tier, so just sub-elite. Players who are playing, current players in the national competition are not allowed to play in this one, so that's why it's been called Tier 2. Just below that level. And the referee about to drop the puck and get us underway in the third. Can the Reds get one back? Or can the Honeybadgers extend their lead or even just maintain it? That's all they really need. Offside, they are caught. Taylor there just a bit offside as Leader looks to play the puck up. Just hesitates a little bit. Just a little bit unsure of what to do with it, and as a result robbed of the puck there by Taylor. Taylor looks up ice. Doesn't get past the poke check, but it doesn't matter because they get the puck through. Trying to blast through with some force was Brewer, I think. Couldn't hold it. The Honeybadgers managed to keep the puck in the zone, though. You're going to have to play it out now, the Reds, just reversing around. There's one of the young Staskoviches. Clear the puck out of the zone now, the Reds in the end. But under tight pressure, Beck Leader had no room to move, was being pushed tightly into the boards. As the Honeybadgers look to clear the puck out. The Leader's still there, battling away. Two Reds having a little bit of a close conversation with each other as they battle for the puck on the boards. As the Honeybadgers look to clear it out, and they do in the end. They get the puck out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Having to cover it is Sasevich. He's got 2 to beat. Puck shot from a distance. It wouldn't quite go, though. It was a good chance there for the Honeybadgers. Reds just caught overextending in attack, and as a result, creating a good opportunity. And we're going to have the first penalty of the game. It's going to be on. Looks like it's going to be on Lauren Olofsson, who will be sitting 2, or I think a trip. We'll see in a moment. The referee will give us an indication of what it's for. It'll certainly show up on the scoring system. Not what the Honeybadgers would have wanted. It gives the Reds the power play. Let's see if they implement what we did in training a couple of weeks ago. I've practiced this a few times. But the Honeybadgers clear the puck all the way out of the zone. This is when we'll get to see if the Reds are going to implement their zone entry. So far the answer is no. Checking pressure by the Honeybadgers. It's up to Staskovic, who moves in. Crosses the line with speed. Pushed into the corner though. Honeybadgers end up with possession. They try and clear the puck up, but doesn't get past Troon, who's waiting patiently. Troon saunters in. Just flicks it in, looking for a tip in. Doesn't get past the wall of jerseys though. Another chance. They shoot from a distance, trying to find Kachira. Kachira was there, trying to find some help up on the boards, but too many Reds up there. They fling it in once more, looking again for a tip in, but it goes wide behind the net. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. They're trying to get another shot in from the blue, and that was Jackson. Keeping the puck in though, the Reds, but now the Honeybadgers will have it. And all they need to do is send the puck all the way down the other end, and that's exactly what they do. The Reds should be looking for a change now. Some of them going off the ice. Some of them deciding that they're going to stay on for the entire 2 minutes. Kachira misses the stretch, and we'll have an icing. The referee waves off the icing. Clear the puck back down the other end. Not able to handle it this time, Sobol. Taylor picks it up, looks around, just fluffs on the pass. Now we get fresh legs on for the Reds. Morgan comes in and steals it, but loses the footing in the process. No penalty on the call. It's Slade Baker forced to play the puck as Taylor was coming back to play it for the Reds. Morgan decides enough's enough, finds the pass there in Newell. But it's picked up once more by the Honeybadgers, who just dump it back in calmly. Good play there. Sobol now resets. Looks up ice, trying to find Holder. Just a second to go. The penalty over, the power play over now for the Reds. Back on the ice and extending the penalty by another 10 seconds is Olofsson, who gets a change. Morgan now trying to find some help, gets the pass up ice to Newell. It was a shot on, but there was too many bodies in the way as here come the Honeybadgers once more. Just pausing and taking the shot. So it's in the front of the net. It was forward who got the shot away. What a bad choice, forcing the save to be made there by Slade Baker. And they've got the 1 goal lead, the Honeybadgers. They don't need to score. The Reds need 2 to win. And that's just simple. Picking up the puck now is Holder. The Holder's was pushed away. Nice piece of stick checking work there by McNabb, who's been very effective so far. Holder looks up ice, trying to find movement. Sasovic was there, but a little bit static for her as the Honeybadgers will go back and pick the puck up. But they don't get past the forechecking pressure there of Penzo, who robbed them. And McNabb, though, for the Honeybadgers, plays the puck out. Forced wide, but that's okay. It's not a bad choice. Sasovic now with the puck, being pressed tightly. Doesn't get it past McNabb, who steals the puck from it. Looks up ice, trying to find Antil. Antil's there on the point, but beaten there by Sasovic. Now Sneakers flings it in from a distance. It's one of those cheeky little dribblers. Goaltender forced to make the save. Going across ice, the brave defence there of the Honeybadgers. Cross ice pass, always a risky option. If it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. The Honeybadgers will clear the puck out. It just gets over the line there. A little bit of a battle. Taylor couldn't quite get enough on it. Sorry, I tell Sasovic, but now it's picked up by Antil, who takes a shot. But it was saved there by Slade Baker once more. He's now up to 12 saves. Sorry, 11 saves for the 1 goal. Taylor takes a shot from a distance, tipped there and just touched there by Sasovic. Almost a tip in on her own, but she did manage to put it wide. Taylor with another chance, but just misses it. As the West Australians changing, just a little bit pedestrian there on the change. They want to sharpen them up a bit if they can. Until now, just fans on the clearance. It's picked up now by Jackson, but she misses it. Taylor now gets a chance, but Kachira broke it up. Sorry, Troon. Troon played it up high, looking for Sasovic, who gets some space. Pressed tightly, though, surrounded by jerseys, pushed deep into the corner. She's got Cruzada with her if she can get it up to her, and Kachira loose in the slot. Kachira battling. In the end, has to go behind the net to clean up the mess. But in high slot, Cruzada was there. He couldn't get it to her. As Olofsson now gets the puck out of the zone. Not cleanly, though. The Reds will clean it up. They've got the puck and just reverse it back up the boards. Nice play, but only as far as Mikulski, who plays with the puck on the boards, try to get it away. And now, coming once more again with the puck was Taylor. Taylor couldn't quite get it. Sasovic nearly managed to steal it, but enough stick got in the way to break it up. Kachira now with a bit of room, put the puck across, looking for the pass. Australians sprawled all over the ice. They've got to get back on their feet in a hurry. Reds put the puck into the slot, but there's black and yellow jerseys there in numbers. They're going to have a penalty, though. It looks like it's a high stick. It's going to be another one of the Honeybadgers heading to the box. I'll tell you exactly who that is. It's Coe will be sitting too. Reds with their second power play of the game. 7 minutes to go in the third and final. They need a goal, the Reds. Colette Morgan just fans on the shot. She had a bit of a chance. The puck was right where she wanted it, but she was being very tightly marked indeed by excellent West Australian defence as the Honeybadgers try and clear it out from behind the zone. All they need to do is just kill the penalty, get the puck down the other end. They don't have to do anything fancy. Reds, on the other hand, well, they need to score. They need to score in a hurry. Sobol tries to put it across the front. It's there, but Honeybadgers back there in numbers, and they do the smart thing. They dump it all the way back down and deep. Racing back now to pick it up, Grace Taylor for the Reds. Looking up ice, trying to find options. Can't get it across to the point. They just pass it straight to the goal scorer for the Honeybadgers in Clark. Not the person you want to give the puck to. And the puck will leave the ice. If you're a Reds fan at the moment, it's not what you want, because that's going to take more time off the penalty. The clock does not stop. Another 10 seconds will disappear from the Coe penalty. that for sure. If you're a red, you want this game to get moving. But they do change. This time, Saskovic clears the puck up ice, but he's been pushed by Parker. They just clear it up, but they don't get it past the stick of Penzo. Penzo ran it up the ice, but couldn't clear the puck with any great construction. Jones now picks it up for the Reds behind the net, looking for movement. For a winger on this side and finds one. It's on the stick now of the Reds forwards who play it back. Jones now will have to sprint back and pick it up. She's got no pressure on her though, and they're still on the penalty kill for another 15 seconds or so, the Badgers. They do pick that one off. Nice play there by Parker, who puts the puck behind the net. Doesn't need to do anything fancy. Again, Honeybadgers don't need to score anything. They'll be happy just to kill the penalty. Just if we can get a shorty, that'd be nice. Clark battling for it, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Back on the ice comes Hope. It's now not able to get any particular benefits from the penalty. Leader collides with Parker. Gets a little bit cranky about it. Enzo for the Reds tries to puck up the ice. Leader now with the puck tries to do something. Looks up ice, finds Mesis. Doesn't get past the pressure there of Bobby Clark. He just got a stick in the way. Now picking it up, Svedis goes around behind the net, looks up ice, chips it up the boards. They don't clear the zone though, the Honeybadgers. This time also not quite clearing the zone. It just bounces out a smidge. Troon will have to pick it up for the Reds. Got pressure on it, just chips it up the boards. Not a bad choice. But, circling around there, Louise McNabb, who has been superb through these two games so far, which is what we would expect. We've seen lots from her over the years. She's been coming over here, competing in this tournament. Cycling around and just playing with the puck a bit there. Staskovic goes behind the net, looking for a sister. Perhaps floating around high. Still stuck with the puck and being pressed tightly there. McNabb doing a great job of just shutting that down, but they do get the puck out. Gachira just loses it under her feet briefly. It's picked up now and flicked forward there by Cruzada. Cruzada found Saskovic, who's driven into the corner and watched closely by the Honeybadgers defence. Under 4 minutes now to play. The puck came across the front. Gachira was there but couldn't get onto it cleanly. And the Reds will reset through Stakovic, who puts the puck in the slot once more. It's still loose. Good chance there for them. Gachira couldn't get onto it, but it will be picked up now by Olofsson. Olofsson will clear the puck out of the zone. It gets tangled up in some feet, but they clear it out just. Nice little sneaky backhander there by Taylor. As the Reds look to bring it back the other way. Sure, they're robbed of the puck. Can't do much with it. Racing in now to pick it up. Antle made amends. Now blasting through with a bit of speed. Puck just bobbling out there. Edwards had a good chance. But now the Reds through Sobol. They play it back up, but it's picks. Saskovic was in good position, but so too was McNabb. McNabb winds, twists around, has to deal with the check and pressure by Newell as they battle on the boards. Pucks and sticks are flying, but no harm, no foul. Morgan now has a chance. Gets onto a forehand, shoots through traffic, but a pad got there in the way. The West Australian pad stopped that one. Pinching up high and getting beaten there, Brie Holder. She left that one behind, but she gets another chance. Pushed off the puck though. Colette Morgan pushes the puck in, just trying to keep some pressure there on Brewer, and in the end it's pushed back in and deep by Newell. And the puck is behind the net. Just over 2 minutes to play, 1 goal to lead. Taylor having to race back and pick it up. She's on her own. Hasn't got much in the way of options. Passes up ice. Finds Holder, but Holder leaves the puck behind. Back to Taylor. Looked up ice. No one there for the Reds changing. Now here come the Honeybadgers again. They get through the pressure. But Sobol, the wall, is back there and stops it. Morgan now breaks it up. She's got Holder with her if she can get across as an option. But she's otherwise isolated. Puts the puck in front, shoots and scores. Colette Morgan, you'll see this on the replay, gets across onto her forehand, comes across at a nice angle, forehand shot, and then just goes top shelf over the blocker of Watson. And we are tied up at 1 goal apiece. Beautiful piece of play there by Morgan. She'd been threatening all game, finally got a little bit of room. A lovely reversal over the shoulder. So probably thought that was going to go glove side, and it went the other way. An absolute top shelf. Rossi would be proud of that one. He'd call that right where your grandma keeps the biscuits. tied up at 1 goal apiece with a minute to go. We will be stop time for the last minute. Sobol couldn't quite clear it out. The Honeybadgers would like, the Honeybadgers would like to get this one back in a hurry if they can. And it looked like it did, but it didn't. That was awfully close. It looked from here like the puck was in, but not. Now Jess Ford will dump it in. They're just piling the puck on the net now, the Honeybadgers. 40 seconds to play. The Reds would be happy with the draw at this point. As McNabb tries to fly a shot, doesn't get it past the feet there of Penzo. And fire the cannon again. It's an awkward bounce. It just went around the back of a despairing Slade Baker. Very, very close call there indeed for the Reds. Just 15 seconds now to play. And the Honeybadgers get one back, sitting up high and pinching in. Here's Zarks. But, the clock might just run them afoul as the Reds will clear the puck out of the zone. 5 seconds to play in the period, in fact in the game. And we are going to have a 1-1 draw between the Melbourne Reds and the West Coast Honeybadgers. Goal early on to Bobby Clark with an absolute beauty of a backhander. But was returned in spades by Colette Morgan with a beautiful little shot over the blocker of Eleanor Watson to tie it up 1 goal apiece with not very long to go in the game at all. And so it's all finished at 1 goal apiece, so a tie for that one. The Honeybadgers will be pleased with that, I think. They probably would have thought they'd like to win it, but given the travel and the day they've had, that's a pretty good outcome. Winning the first one and a tie in the second one is not a bad place to be. That keeps them on the top of the ladder at the moment for this division. There's a couple more games to go tonight, but we'll see how it pans out. They don't play again till tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll be desperate for the rest. There's a lot of hockey coming up. Got a couple more games this evening. We'll be with you for the next game in the series in about 15 minutes.